People will always wonder and ask, people are always saying this on the internet, saying like, why is it that people that like legitimately know me, they never support me or what I do in my life, right? They don't like my posts on social media. They don't like, essentially, they're just kind of monitoring spirits when it comes to just being able to show support, being able to show love, and just etc. People are always wondering, why is it that close people, people that supposedly know you, whether if it's childhood friends, people from the past, or just generally people that you used to mess with, they don't show any sort of support at all, right? 9 or 8 times out of 10. But when it comes to complete strangers or people that you just met the other day, these people are showing you love 24/7, constantly liking your stories, constantly liking your posts, always showing you some support in whatever it is that you want to be able to do and accomplish in your personal life. People are always wondering and realizing, why is this the case? I'm going to tell you right now, it's because people are afraid of your personal growth. People are literally afraid of your own personal growth, especially people from the past, because what you got to be able to realize and understand is that these people are literally still looking at you from the perspective of the person that you used to be, not the person that you're trying to become. I repeat, the reason why people from the past will never be able to support you or be able to look at you as the person you're trying to become is because of the fact that they're always constantly looking at you as the person that you used to be. And a lot of people are always wondering and realizing, why is the fact that people that know me IRL, people that have known me from childhood friends, people that have known me since the past, they don't show support? It's because they're looking at you as the person you used to be, right? And I literally just watched this video a couple of hours ago, and this dude was talking about how he made a personal decision to cut out pork, to stop eating pork completely, entirely. Everybody knows and understands that pork is literally one of the worst meats you could ever eat or consume, right? But he said he made the personal decisions to cut out pork out of his diet, right? Or just stop eating it in general. And when he decided to do this, because he was typically known for eating things that had a lot of pork in them, chitlins, bacon, just anything that generally had pork in it, right? So when he would go to functions and people would ask him, hey, you're not gonna get some chitlins, hey, you're not gonna get just anything with pork in it, he said, I don't do it anymore. And a lot of people would think that, he's joking, but then, he would tell them, no, I don't eat pork anymore. And he was saying how it's as if when people realized that he was serious about cutting out pork from his diet, it's as if people would literally try to deliberately eat pork right up in his face, even though these people literally understand and realize that he doesn't partake in such food, right? And it's because a lot of people want to self-sabotage you. A lot of people, when you talk about your personal growth and when you talk about your personal accomplishments and things that you've been able to do in your life to other people, especially people from the past, what this will only do is going to bring envy and jealousy into your own life. This is why I will never be talking to anyone about any of my personal accomplishments, any of the things that I've been able to do in my life, big wins, small wins. I'm not going to be talking about it, right? Especially definitely not with people from the past. Only if they're supportive, but that's a whole different story, right? But for the most part, it's simply due to the fact that if you talk about your personal achievements, your personal goals, the things that you've been able to do in your life to people from the past, the only thing it's going to do is invite envy and jealousy into your life. These people will start to look at you different, literally treat you differently, literally will try to self-sabotage you and do all these things to tear you down because of the fact that they want you to be the same person that you used to be frequency wise. So these people from the past physically cannot comprehend the fact that you were still trying to do better for yourself, right? That you were trying to elevate your life in some sort of way, aspect, or manner. That you're overall just essentially trying to become a better person, right? These people cannot comprehend and fathom that. And it's crazy because people expect growth, but it's when you do just start to grow in one aspect or one way or the other, it's people will find it weird, whether if you decide to grow spiritually, whether if you decide to grow mentally, whether if you decide to grow physically. People will literally look at you completely different in a negative way, especially if they're from the past, and this is why I'm gonna continuously say and really get it to your head and really emphasize it to you guys that you should not be talking about your personal accomplishments or the things that you've been able to do in your life to other people, right? Because a lot of people are still looking at you in the perspective of the person you used to be. These people are now looking at you as the person that you've now become. And because of that, they're going to do all these things to you so that you can actually eventually get to the person that you used to be, literally lower your level of consciousness to literally be at their level. So when it even comes to answering the question of why is it that, people from the past, childhood friends, people that I used to mess with or you used to mess with, these guys don't show support whatsoever, but they love to stalk your pages. But why is it when it comes to random strangers, they show support, repost your videos, post them on your story, post them on their story, like do everything in their power to show you support? It's because these people that are considerably random strangers are looking at you as the person that you are now trying to become. A lot of people from the past are just simply looking at you as the person that you used to be and not the person that you're trying to become. And because of this, they're going to do all these things, in order to, feed them down your throat in order for you to become the person that you used to be. And that's something that we want to be able to avoid at any given cost, even if it comes at the cost of having to cut these people off, blocking them, just essentially like forgetting about their existence because they don't realize or understand that it is time to elevate. It is time to change some sort of aspect about our lives financially. And honestly, we maxing out any single aspect in every single aspect of our lives, financially, physically, mentally, spiritually. We are trying to max out all different aspects of our lives. And simply put it, if you're not interested in doing the same, the door is right there. The door is there. You can leave. Because we're just interested in growing and you're clearly interested in just trying to self-sabotage us for your own benefit. So you can go ahead and leave. And this is literally the true reason as to why you should not be talking about any of your personal accomplishments, goals, achievements, just anything that you've been able to do in your life that you think is good for yourself to other people, because these people will do nothing but literally try and self-sabotage you. And most importantly, you're just going to be doing yourself a disservice by inviting a bunch of unnecessary, what's the word for it? Brain fart, envy and jealousy into your own life, and nobody wants that for themselves. So yeah, like I will never be talking about any of my personal accomplishments, any of my goals. I'll tell a few close people, but I'm not going to be talking about it on social media simply because it's going to literally invite unnecessary envy and jealousy into my life, and I don't want that for myself, right? So literally when I do decide to make it, I guess you could say, like a lot of people would refer to, I really just simply will call it me being able to live my life in my image. It's not going to be any different. Like, I'm still going to be making videos just like this. Nobody will be able to tell that anything about my life has changed. Nobody will be able to tell anything because I won't be talking about it. I won't be speaking about it publicly. And most importantly, nobody will know, right? And there's power in staying anonymous, right? But yeah, so go ahead and let me know y'all's thoughts down below in the comments. I've been thinking about this for like maybe a week or so. So go ahead and like let me know your thoughts, your opinions. Go ahead and drop them down. And yeah, so literally that's the video. But I'm gonna go ahead and end the video off that. I hope you all enjoyed, but that's King Wellness and I'm out.